We are super excited to be with you today. As you can see right there on your screen as well, today's topic title, More Than the Eyes Can See. When our fearless leader, Miss Cheryl Peavy right there, told me this week's theme, I said, absolutely. It's one of those things as women that we have the tendency to forget, and that is our worth. When people look at you, they automatically size you up. They automatically try to put a label on you. They automatically try to put you in some sort of category. And we have to stop this because it's not just people that's doing this. We ourselves have the tendency to look at ourselves in the mirror and find out that we too do the same things that the world, those around us, have a tendency to do. And today we want to talk about worth. We want to let you know that there is so much more to you than even your own eyes can see. Yes, I know you grew up with yourself, right? Hi, Tasha. You grew up with yourself and you think you know yourself inside and out. But as I was praying over today's message, as I was praying over each one of you, God wanted me to tell you that there is more to you than the eyes can see. I've had to learn over the years to kind of limit me looking through my human eyes at times. Hi, Rebecca. I've had to limit because my eyes, just like your eyes, have a tendency to sometimes see things in a way that is not true. And it's a way that it can trick your mind into thinking about yourself and the things that you see in a certain way. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be less than versus more than. And so as I was praying and listening to the Holy Spirit today and really putting myself in a quiet spot to hear from God, and God kept saying it's more than the eyes can see. And so what that means is it's time for each and every one of us to do what I like to call a spiritual looking. We look on the inside of ourselves from a spiritual standpoint. And that means you close your eyes. You no longer let these things here dictate what you see. You look in the inside of yourself and you look at your core, you look at what you are fully capable of, and I'm telling you, it reveals so much more than your human eyes can see about yourself. Because let me tell you something. When God created you, he performed a miracle. And let me tell you how I know this. Let's get a little scientific, not too much, not too deep, because I'm not a doctor. But here is what I do know. When your parents got together, whichever way it took form, when they got together and God was in heaven doing his wonderful works and he decided that you were going to be created, there were millions, probably billions of sperm doing that particular exchange. And there was one powerful egg sitting there waiting. And out of the billions of sperm that was swimming towards the egg to form you, it was one powerful one. It was one that said, you know what? I look like I'm stacked up against all sorts of odds. There are tons of sperm trying to get to that egg. But God destined this one powerful one out of all the other ones that could have made it to their destination. He chose this one powerful one that was needed to create you. Just one out of billions of them. One did what needed to be done to form you. Now that's a miracle. Because of this miracle, you are here today. Now, I know many of you grew up in some turbulent times throughout your youth. I can attest to that. I did too. But you're still standing. People have tried to say things to you over the years, have tried to put labels on you because of something your mother did, your father did, they didn't do, something someone in your bloodline did or didn't do. They tried to put that same label on you. And as you stand living and breathing and functioning today, you can actually look at those same individuals that tried it and say, not I. The buck stopped here. They may look at your life. You may have done something that have damaged your worth in their eyes and even in your own eyes. But as I live and breathe and sit here today, I want you to know and understand there is more to you than even you know. You see, God has plans for you that you don't even know. You're looking at yourself and your current situation thinking, I can't do this and that. I can't be like that person and achieve those things, even though I feel I should be able to. But I'm looking at myself and my situations, and I just don't know how in the world I'm going to do that. Well, let me tell you something. Just like that billionth sperm created you and it created them, guess what? You have the same hours in a day. You have the same makeup in your brain as they do. We all have the same genes and number of chromosomes and bones and all of these things. We all are made up in the same physical capacity, which means they didn't come in this earth and do anything spectacular that you can't do. The difference is the amount of action they took versus the amount of actions you're taking. See, when they looked at themselves in the mirror, they didn't look at their limitations. They said, you know what? No limits. The God that created me didn't put limits on me. He gave me the activity of my limbs. I have an advocate with him, so I can go talk to him and listen to him and get his divine instructions for my life. Just like they did. So what are you waiting for? God has laid upon each and every one of us this day, this year. He has told in each and every one of us what he expects of us. It's we ourselves that are hindering our own growth. It's we ourselves that are proving what other people are saying about us and to us. We are every single day relinquishing our power versus holding on to it and doing with it what we need to do to empower us to our next level. You see, when you do things like that, you are diminishing your own worth. And my sisters, I'm here to tell you, you are worth more than you even know. A few weeks ago, I told you about the value of those seeds that are inside of you in your core. And I know some of you took it seriously and some of you just let it just go over your head. But you see, it's those seeds that make you worthy. It's those seeds that are inside of you that God planted when that millionth sperm hit that egg and formed you. It's when those seeds began to form inside of you as well. And they're just sitting there waiting for you to crack them open, plant them in the right place so that they can grow up and form the trees and bear additional fruits. They're just waiting on you. But you're sitting there looking through your human eyes at yourself and comparing yourselves to other people based on your situations, based on your circumstances. You are not a product of that. You don't have to sit there and accept that because of where you are. See, each and every one of us has the same opportunity, but each and every one of us need to get up off of our behinds and go get what God says is already ours. But see, a lot of us are sitting there allowing people and allowing other things and situations and places we may find ourselves stay hidden, stay hindered, stay stuck, stay stagnant. When God says, I'm a limitless God. Whatever it is that you want, just ask. Seek my face. I have the plans for you. He has your blueprint. He's just waiting for you to listen and walk this thing out. So stop allowing your human eyes to dictate who you are and how far you can go and where you could go. That's not how this life is supposed to be ran. There is so much more inside of you. You hadn't even scratched the surface. I've had the pleasure of talking to some of you one-on-one, and I'm telling you, you hadn't even scratched the surface yet. You're letting one incident that took place in your life completely diminish you and take you out of here prematurely. And today, my sisters, I can no longer stand by and watch that happen silently. I can't. I'm doing you an injustice, and you're doing yourself an injustice by keep staring at that closed door. God has already told you it's over. It happened, but it's over now. You have the time every single day to be better and to do better because you know better. But you can't keep staring at that pain. You can't keep staring at the ones that turned their back on you and disappointed you and called you every single name but a child of God. You can't keep giving your energy and time to the things that's constantly beating you down. Because when you do, you won't see your value. You won't see your worth. You will live out the rest of your days here on this earth being less than when God says you are greater than. And you want to know why I'm able to say that with such confidence? It's because the Bible says, greater is he that is within me than he that is in the world. The he that is in you is the same one that made that powerful sperm hit that egg to create you. He is the same one that went up on a cross when all those people were looking at him, had beat him, had laughed at him, had denied who he was. He still stood there on that cross, did not get down, let his Father in heaven continue to complete the mission for you. You weren't even here yet. But he saw you, and he continues every single day to do it for generations to come, because he says, you know what? Yea, they may slay me right here, but I'm still going to trust my Father in heaven to heal my people. I'm here for a mission. So ask yourself, who are you here for? The moment I defined who I was here for, the moment I got it, the moment I understood that it's not about me, what I'm building now I may not see, but generations that follow me in my bloodline and my children's bloodline will see the works of my labor. They will see my fruit. So I don't have time to sit here and play with this thing, to sit there and say, well, they told me when I was 8 years old, I was going to be just like my mama. They told me when I was 10 that I was going to be out there on the streets doing this. I was going to have multiple baby daddies. Guess what? None of that happened. Because they were looking with their human eyes, looking at the situation that was around me. They were looking at what I was exposed to. They didn't see me. And that's one thing we have to do as children of God. We got to make people see us. And the only way they're going to see us is we're going to have to go inside of ourselves, pull out those seeds, and plant them in the right environment. Some of y'all have planted seeds on rocks, and you wonder why you're not getting a harvest. Some of you have planted seeds around the wrong people who were sent to you by the enemy, and you're wondering why everything you touch turns to dust. That's why you're planting the things that should be so precious to you, that's priceless, your seeds, in the wrong place. And every single day, God will send an angel your way in a human form. But you're so busy looking at all these other shiny objects that are out there, you miss it. He sends angels our way every single day, and some of us completely miss them because we're doing what I told you earlier. We're neglecting the gift because we're looking at the box. You have to define who you are and whose you are. Who are you representing? Stop letting these things trick you up. Stop letting these things trick you up. Your eyes and your ears can get you in so much trouble and keep you from seeing your own worth if you're not careful. If you let the wrong people get in your ear gates, you will never define your worth. But the moment you close people off and you keep your eyes and your ears focused on God, He's going to reveal so much to you that your actual human eyes are not even going to be able to interpret. It's not even going to be able to understand. Your mind is going to be like, whoa, what's going on here? But the moment you learn to tap into yourself spiritually on a deeper level is when you're going to be able to define your worth. You're not going to be able to find it in a book. Your own mother who gave birth to you is not even going to be able to tell you what it is. That's something personal between you and your Creator. He knows what He was doing when He created you. He knows what He put inside of you. And if you truly want to know, if you're struggling with your purpose, the reason why you were created, like out of everybody else, God, why did you create me? Why am I here? You got to go talk to the manufacturer. You got to go talk to the one that created you to get the clear answer. And let me tell you, prepare yourself. Because when He told me what He created me to do, He didn't just tell me. He showed me in the Bible where it was written. And everything in life began to fit together like the perfect puzzle. Before I did that, before I went to him for the divine instructions of Kim, I was all over the place. I was believing every time something went wrong in life. Well, I guess the people that said what they said about me when I was younger, I guess they must be right. I guess I might as well go grab the Bible and turn up. Because I didn't have anything at that time to hold on to. Nothing made sense until I got Kim in alignment with the one that sent her here in the first place. When I got that divine download, it saved my life. It made me see my worth. So if a crazy nut came by during my dating years and was talking to me all crazy, I was like, no thank you, I have no time for you. I know my worth. I know if I get mixed up with you, I'm gonna end up like that whole generational thing that's taking place in my family. I don't want to go down that road. I grew up down that road. God is moving me from the projects to the penthouse. I can't get mixed up with you. So you have to understand that it doesn't matter what people say about you. I don't care when they said. I don't care if they said it yesterday. It doesn't even matter. All that matters is what God said to you, what he said about you. And I know some of y'all are going through some things. And I want to tell you something. On my show last night, I read a particular verse. And it was so divine. I'm going to read it again today because it's important that you know this. In 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, the 13th verse, it says, no temptations has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with the temptation, he will also provide a way of escape, that you may be able to endure it. So if you're going through something today, and that something has had you down on your knees, feeling like you are down and out, feeling like you can't lift your head, feeling like it's over. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13 tells you everybody goes through something. What you're going through is not something that's uncommon to man. We're all going through something, but you have to understand that above all, God is faithful. He has your back. He has you covered, and he will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. I know it feels like you're going down for the last time, but he will not allow you to go beyond your ability. He always has a ram in the bush, like my grandmother used to say. He always has a way for you to escape that thing. You just got to continue to be faithful unto him because he's going to be faithful unto you. You can't let this thing beat you up. You can't let the world try to sit there and tell you what you are and what you aren't. That's not how this thing is supposed to go. You're stronger than that. You're better than that. And as the way my great aunt used to say, you're gooder than that. You got to understand your worth. And see, people who like to beat other people down, they're only doing it because they're thinking you're weak-minded and you're weak-willed. And so because they're the aggressor usually in this situation, they're going to continue to attack you. Because the truth be told, they feel if they can make you stay small, make you feel small, you're going to keep doing things small. And if you continue to do things small, that's right up their alley. But the moment you talk to God, and the moment he shows you just how powerful you are, and you start walking with your back a little bit straighter, your head held a little bit higher, you find that level of confidence that's not arrogance. You just know who you are, you know what you can do, and you know what you were created to do. That level of confidence, and you get around those same people who used to pick on you and call you everything but a child of God, and when they look at you this time, they say, she look a little different. Oh yeah, baby, I'm different because now I know who I am. I know whose I am. Oh, I'm not the same Tasha that I was yesterday. I'm not the same Cheryl I was yesterday. I'm not the same Melissa I was yesterday. I am God's child. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Baby, when he made me, he broke the mold. And so I'm going to walk in my authority. My Father is rich, and I'm going to walk like I'm royalty. He made me the head, not the tail. He made me a lender, never a borrower. So don't get confused with what your human eyes see when you look at me. Oh, I'm coming out of this thing. Because now I know my worth. And baby, I'm priceless. See, don't even put a number on it because you're priceless. You are created by the Most High God to do some amazing things in this season for some people that need you right now. You've been dragging your feet long enough. They need you to move right now. Their life and your destiny depends on it. Do not sacrifice your destiny because you are afraid and allowing fear to drive your vehicle. Kick fear out of here. You have a mission to do. You are on a divine assignment and they need you to move now. Know your worth. Because the moment you define your worth, all those fiery darts of the enemy that used to work and make you fall down and make you doubt yourself no longer work. They instantly lose their power. Because now you have summoned all of your power from all those years of hurt. And now you're walking in what God called you to do. You're in alignment with him, he's leading you, and you are attached to him, not going anywhere. Because you spent enough days and enough time feeling like you were worth less. But today I want you to know you are worth more than your eyes can see. So the next time people look at you, they won't have no doubt about your confidence. They won't have any doubt about what you were called to do. They won't have any more doubt or anything else negative to say about what it is you are doing from this day forth because you have done a self-analysis, looked at all those beautiful, strong seeds that are within you. And now people can say, man, Melissa is the bomb. Cheryl is the bomb. Tasha is the bomb. I definitely got to connect with them. I definitely want to do business with them. Because they have seen the change that God has performed inside of you. We represent the kingdom. As representatives of the kingdom, we can't walk around like we done beat up. We can't look like everybody else. Those things can't impact us like they impact everybody else because we are the leaders of this crew. We are the warriors of the Most High God. And we are on assignment, and we don't have time to play with the enemy. We don't have time to listen to the enemy. We know who we are, and we know whose we are, and we have done the research and the work and have applied our faith to know where we are going and what we're supposed to be doing in this season. And it's not playing out there with the weeds. We're the wheat. We're not the weeds. We are the wheat. And it's time for us to grow. And it's time for us to show the world our fruit. It's time. Exactly. If we can't see our worth, we won't require the respect we deserve. Absolutely, Melissa. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Like Aretha said, respect. Absolutely. They don't have to like you, because trust me, they probably won't. Not when you go this deep. You're going to meet a lot of people who be like, You know how we can be as women, right? But it's all about respect. You're going to respect what God did when he created me. You're going to respect where he's leading me. That's without discussion. You're going to respect me. You don't have to like me. I might not even like you. But you're going to respect the mission and the assignment that I am on because I respect it. I hold it more seriously now. It means so much more to me now. I mean a lot more to me now. I know my worth, and I don't have time to be dealing with these knuckleheads. I don't have time to be dealing with all this foolishness that's going on around me. I want to be better. I am going to be better. I need to be better because I understand my destiny awaits. My victory is now. But in order for me to get out of this hole, this slump, I've got to define my worth. And when I do, I'm going to stand on top of that thing and say, you know what? I'm priceless. I'm needed right now. Even if nobody has ever come up to you and told you that, I'm telling you, you are needed right now. Your voice is needed right now. Look at your communities. Look at your society. You're needed right now. You matter. You matter. This is a personal thing. You matter. I don't care how long your struggles have been, how many years you have been in this thing. You matter, and somebody needs you to take that first step. Just that one first step and make a level of commitment, and God is just going to open it up for you. But first, you got to define your worth. You've got to define your worth. If you don't know your worth, people will walk all over you. People will treat you like a doormat. You know how we treat doormats when you're walking into your house? What you do to it? You wipe your feet on it. You walk on into your house, you close your door, and you go on about your business, not even thinking about the floor mat until it becomes what? So dirty, you got to go sweep it off or shake it out and put it right back on the floor until the next time. That's not you. You're not a doormat, but you're acting like one because you don't know your worth. Define your worth. Nobody else can do that. You got to tell them, you will respect me because I am the child of the Most High God. You will respect me. And we have to define it as women as a whole. I don't care what color you are. You have to define to people, I am who I am. Everything that's happened to me in my life was necessary, but I'm standing here today because God took one powerful sperm, hit that powerful egg, and created me and put valuable seeds within me to do a work of the Most High God. I'm here to upbuild the kingdom. I'm not here to play with you. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to do what my Father says I need to do. And let me tell you, just like our human parents, you go against God, prepare yourself to be spanked. And I'm telling you, out of all the spankings I have gotten, and let me tell you, I probably could write a book alone on the spankings. It's okay? The amount of spankings I have received throughout my childhood from my mom and my grandparents, let me tell you, were nothing compared to getting spanked by God. Nothing. And if you're tired of getting spanked by God, take a minute, catch your breath, and see what he's trying to get you to learn. And that way, you will know what your worth is. Hands down, it's going to teach you some of the most important lessons of your life. But you got to stop. You got to slow down a second. You got to definitely listen to what he's telling you. Because if you're getting spanked constantly, there's a reason for it. You didn't learn the lesson. You didn't learn the lesson. And every day, we're supposed to get better. Every day we're supposed to get smarter. We're supposed to learn something new every single day. And if you're not learning the lessons that God is trying to get you to learn, you're not going to know your worth. And people are going to treat you less than. And I'm here to tell you today, we got to stop that. My sisters, we have to stop that. You are so valuable. And you got to stop letting people treat you less than. And they're only doing it because you haven't defined your own worth. And I don't want to see another tear fall from your eye. I don't want to receive another phone call because somebody has done something to you that devalued you. They only are doing it because you're giving them the power to take back your authority, take back your position, take back your power, and learn and define your purpose. You're not here to be a doormat for anybody. You're here to be used by God in the most highest order. It's an honor to be before you today. If you know you are struggling, if you know something has you feeling like you got punched in your chest or in your throat, reach out to your sister. That's what we are here for. That's what these straight no chasers are. I'm going to give it to you, and then I'm going to let God deal with you. I'm going to let you go talk to God because these messages are what he has given to me for you. I love you all. God bless you. Until the next time, I hope you stay blessed. Continue to take every opportunity you can to be a blessing to others. And until the next time, I hope you enjoy your journey.